All righty, folks. It is official. The Fed broke housing. We brought you that first. But now I am seeing a growing trend of people highlighting that lower interest rates might actually cause prices to fall. So what I want to do here is first bring up an article from CNBC that highlights the tipping point that they've identified, and then talk to my friends that we call the Three Amigo and just play with this logic a bit. Because if I look at this hard enough, I can see the argument. I'm not saying I agree with it, but at least I can understand the logic. Matt, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing super good. Can't wait to see this article and what someone's high school paper had to say.
There you go. And Dion, how are you?
Howdy, I'm doing great. I'm actually curious. I mean, if there's an argument to it, I'm open to hearing it. I don't.
If there's an argument to it, I can't believe you didn't come up with it.
There you go.
There you go.
Too many naps, D. Too many naps.
Too many naps. So again, as people know, with rates at over 7, now 7.5, transactions are crashing, inventory, this, that, the other. We all know that. So the big question we have is what unlocks the move-up buyer? I brainstormed with, I believe, the two of you probably 6 or 9 months ago that I thought the rate was like 4.5, maybe 5. We're going to bring up an article from CNBC right now. Let me bring it up, and we'll see what they had to say. Alrighty, guys, you can see this?
Mm-hmm.
So we'll just stick at the top number. We won't go through the article, but the tipping point, again, according to this article, is 5.5%. So again, let's play this out. What they're saying is if mortgage rates fell from 7.5 to 5.5%, we would unlock the move-up buyer. They would dump their 3% mortgage. They would sign up for a 5.5 to get the nicer home, the extra bedroom, the newer home, whatever it is. So I think my opinion about 5.5 is well known. So I'll step back and ask you guys. Matt, you're on my screen. What do you think about 5.5? Would you be selling your home with a 3% mortgage to step into a 5.5?
I think we just cracked the code why 69% of people live paycheck to paycheck. like honest to God, like you're giving up 2 points, Mike, 2 points.
Yeah.
And what's the appreciation of the asset, right, that they're leaving? So then they're getting into something. Admittedly, are they buying at the absolute tippy top of the market? Don't know. I can't tell you that. But are they buying closer to the top? Yeah, I think they probably are. I think they're buying closer to the top than they are to the down. Yeah. And then they're on top of that, they're still paying a pretty heavy rate. Now, the issue is that 5.5, right? We know that 5.5 is lower than the average over the last 20 plus years.
Mm-hmm.
So we know that that's low. However, I think at the end of the day, I can't imagine why people would want to sign up for more financial stress.
Yeah.
I don't understand. Like, I guess
Doesn't
I'm just
make sense
that
to me.
way. Like, stay conservative and stay at the 2.5 or the 3, but again, that's why 69% of people, I mean, shockingly, people make bad financial decisions. That's why 69% of them live paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah.
Even when they make 6 figures.
It doesn't make any sense to me why 5.5 would be the number, but let's just pretend 5.5. So Dion, what do you think? 5.5 gets you off the sidelines and trade up?
Here's the contrarian view that Matt was waiting for. Now that I've seen the article, kind of get the point. The author, Jessica, put some thought into this because she's got half the picture, right? Which is more than I think most people get. At 5.5% interest rate unlocks demand. We saw that at 6%. So at 5%, demand is unlocked. People will start buying.
No question.
Which means if they'll sell to move up, and there was a void of nobody willing to buy because the move-in buyer was still at 7%, sure, prices might soften. But if we have all of this pent-up demand, which you could see, the people who want to buy can't, so they're renting, rents are going up. Mm-hmm. You have the move-up buyer, and you have the people who would move in behind them. Those lower rates would also increase the demand on the properties that they're selling. So lower rates, it's weird. I can't make this clear enough to explain to people in person. So I'm pretty sure I'd never be able to do it in a video. If rates go up, prices go up. If rates go down, prices go up. But it's not that it's like on a pendulum or fulcrum where one lever raises or lowers the other. It's when you unlock demand, prices go up. When you limit demand and you've limited supply so much, you have less transactions, higher prices. So if we see 5.5, the crash in transactions is over.
Yeah.
But-
Oh my goodness. Oh my
Right,
goodness.
but not price decline. I don't see it. So I saw half her picture. I don't see the other half.
Yeah, but let's just play this out extreme. And let's just snap our fingers just because I want to play the argument out kind of crazy, which is sometimes what I do. Let's just pretend mortgage rates went to 1%. Right? So now the move up buyer is completely unlocked because now they're trading in a 3 and getting a 1. Right?
Sure.
That's what I'm doing here. So the argument is there would be so much supply hitting the market that it would force prices down. That's the logic. And again, as someone who bought, invested, and sold through the Great Recession, which took my market down 75%, what she's missing, and I think her name was Jessica, what Jessica's missing in the article is she's only talking about one side, for your point, Dion. At 1%, I have fairly good confidence that supply would double or triple almost overnight.
Yep.
Because the move-up buyer who has been constricted for 2.5 years wants the extra house, wants the extra bedroom, wants this, wants that, would go, honey, list the house, let's go. So I agree. Supply would shoot through the roof. And more importantly, supply would shoot through the roof for the hardest hit part of our market today, which is first time or entry level. The question I have is, would 1% mortgage rates drastically increase supply over and beyond what demand? Because again, 1% interest helps the seller and the purchaser.
Correct.
There's two things that are released on the demand side when interest rates drop. And most people right now watching this video are thinking, oh, if interest rates drop, I would buy. But that's the first half.
Right.
The first thing to die when interest rates went up was cash out refinances, home equity lines of credit. People just stopped. I was like 97% reduction in how many of those
Yeah,
were
you're
going.
right.
You unleash all this capital, all this locked in, what people call equity. The ability to put debt on an existing asset becomes
That's
great.
a great
So-
point, Matt. How much money would you and I go unlock at 1%?
I would probably even do one. You guys would be able to
Oh
find
my
convince
goodness.
me.
We make
Literally.
fun of you.
8 figures. I swear. 8 figures. Eight
Yeah,
figures
so-
all day long. At one point, 8 figures.
8 figures. Yeah.
Oh, it's ridiculous. And that's the thing is, I think you're heading down the right path, Mike, which is most importantly, it's not going to outstrip demand. It's not going to
I want to poke at that because
yeah.
I'm not sure in the short term. Short term being, let's call it 90 days.
Mike, everybody that's been said no to for the last 3 years is a yes automatically. Every
You're right.
single person is a yes. Without a shadow of a doubt, they're all a yes. 1%, they're all a yes. Even
Yeah.
at crazy high prices.
So we
but
have
it-
empirical proof.
yeah.
What happened in 2020 when rates hit 3%?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Way more demand than assets available.
All right, Jessica, you're wrong. I don't get it. And again, this is an argument I'm hearing more. I tried to get there, right? Because the only hope you have is supply in a short window dwarfs demand. That's your hope, right?
Yeah.
Suddenly mom and dad list, 5 houses go up on the same street, and the demand is delayed for some reason.
You have starving lenders right now with
That's
a
right.
literal an electronic Rolodex of
Yes.
here's all the stack of no's I've gotten. And as soon as rates tick down to 6, they're calling them saying, you should try again.
6 is, I know 6 is the number. We
It's-
saw that 599 just unlocked all this
The
demand. I can't
only
even
thing
remember.
that makes her idea plausible is 10% unemployment.
Yeah, and I want to talk about that because again, it's not only 10% unemployment, it's 10% unemployment for a year.
Yeah. Not like right away. Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Yeah.
because again, some people call, oh, we're spiked to 10%. Housing. No, you need 10% and a year for this to all build up. So yeah, but I tried. I don't see how lower rates, lower prices. If you see it and you have an argument, I'd love to see it in the comments. This is just the latest talk track of the Crash Bros. Dion, where can people find you?
Right here on YouTube, Dion Talk Financial Freedom.
And Matt, where can people find you?
Lumberjack Landlord, YouTube, and Instagram. Lots of fun stuff going on Instagram recently.
All right, guys. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Ciao.